Frequent snacking has become a common habit in modern society, fueled by the widespread availability of processed snacks, sugary beverages, and convenient foods. Many people view snacking as a harmless way to maintain energy levels throughout the day, stabilize mood, or prevent overeating at meals. However, emerging research is revealing that constant eating may affect the body's metabolic flexibility, the ability to switch efficiently between burning carbohydrates and fats, which plays a critical role in energy balance, insulin regulation, and long-term weight management. While these findings may sound concerning, a deeper understanding of the underlying biology highlights both the potential drawbacks of excessive snacking and strategies to preserve metabolic health, demonstrating that snacking can be managed thoughtfully for positive outcomes. Metabolic flexibility relies on the body's capacity to respond to shifts in energy availability by appropriately using glucose or fatty acids for fuel. Under normal conditions, insulin rises after a meal, promoting glucose uptake into muscles and adipose tissue, while during fasting or between meals, fat oxidation increases to supply energy. Frequent snacking, particularly on high glycemic or processed foods, can keep insulin levels elevated throughout the day, blunting the natural oscillations that allow the body to switch between carbohydrate and fat metabolism. This prolonged hyperinsulinemic state may reduce fat oxidation and promote fat storage, especially when total caloric intake exceeds energy expenditure. From a positive perspective, understanding this mechanism empowers individuals to structure meals and snacks strategically, using nutrient-dense foods, fiber, and protein to minimize insulin spikes while maintaining steady energy. Hunger signaling is another critical factor affected by constant snacking. Hormones such as ghrelin, which stimulates appetite, and leptin, which signals satiety, rely on periods of feeding and fasting to maintain balance. Frequent snacking can disrupt these hormonal rhythms, potentially dampening satiety signals and making it harder to recognize fullness at subsequent meals. Over time, this may lead to increased total caloric intake and weight gain. Yet the positive insight is that by choosing nutrient-dense, fiber-rich snacks and spacing eating occasions thoughtfully, individuals can support healthy appetite regulation without entirely eliminating snacking. Foods such as nuts, vegetables with hummus, yogurt, or fruit with protein can provide satiety and steady energy, helping to stabilize hunger cues and prevent overconsumption. Frequent snacking also interacts with liver and muscle metabolism. The liver plays a central role in maintaining glucose homeostasis, converting excess carbohydrates into glycogen or fat. When the body is constantly supplied with small amounts of glucose from snacks, the liver may have fewer opportunities to mobilize stored glycogen or engage in fat oxidation, potentially impairing insulin sensitivity over time. Skeletal muscle, a major site for glucose disposal, may also rely on intermittent fasting periods to optimize fuel switching and mitochondrial efficiency. While chronic snacking can reduce these metabolic advantages, the positive perspective is that incorporating structured fasting windows, even modest ones, can restore insulin responsiveness and enhance fat-burning capacity without requiring extreme dietary changes. The type of snacks consumed plays a pivotal role in determining metabolic impact. Highly processed snacks rich in added sugars, refined carbohydrates, and unhealthy fats contribute to rapid glucose spikes, sustained insulin elevation, and oxidative stress. In contrast, snacks that combine protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates can support energy stability and preserve metabolic flexibility. For example, a handful of almonds with a small portion of berries provides fiber, monounsaturated fat, and phytonutrients, allowing slow glucose absorption and a modest insulin response. Similarly, yogurt with chia seeds or hummus with raw vegetables delivers a balanced nutrient profile that supports steady energy and satiety. This highlights a key positive insight. Snacking itself is not inherently detrimental. Its effects depend on food quality, nutrient composition, and timing. Lifestyle factors such as physical activity, sleep, and overall dietary patterns also modulate the impact of frequent snacking. Exercise enhances glucose uptake in muscles independent of insulin, promotes fat oxidation, and improves mitochondrial efficiency, counteracting some of the metabolic effects of frequent eating. Adequate sleep helps regulate leptin and ghrelin, supporting appetite control even in the context of multiple daily snacks. Diets rich in whole foods, fiber, and micronutrients maintain overall metabolic health, mitigating the potential downsides of snacking. This perspective emphasizes that metabolic flexibility is dynamic and adaptable. Even individuals with frequent eating habits can preserve metabolic health through complementary lifestyle strategies. Finally, the positive takeaway from emerging research is that snacking can be integrated into a healthy eating pattern when approached mindfully. Frequency alone is not the sole determinant of metabolic disruption. Food quality, portion size, and spacing between eating occasions are equally important. By prioritizing nutrient-dense snacks, maintaining periods of lower insulin activity, and combining snacking with regular physical activity, individuals can support metabolic flexibility, stable energy levels, and appetite regulation. In this sense, snacking becomes a tool rather than a liability, providing convenience, satisfaction, and energy without undermining metabolic health or body weight regulation. In conclusion, frequent snacking may influence metabolic flexibility, insulin cycles, fat oxidation, and hunger signaling, potentially contributing to reduced fat-burning capacity and altered energy regulation over time. However, these effects are highly dependent on snack composition, timing, and lifestyle context. Thoughtful snack choices that include protein, fiber, and healthy fats, combined with periods of lower insulin activity and regular physical activity, allow individuals to enjoy the benefits of snacking while preserving metabolic health. The overarching positive message is that snacking is not inherently harmful. When approached strategically, it can support energy stability, appetite control, and long-term metabolic resilience, demonstrating that modern eating patterns can be adapted to both convenience and health optimization.